Hello to all. Today we have a new horror story about Kong and Skar King, so please stay with me until the end because they will face some scary and strange things and neither of them know their fate. The tremors began suddenly, a disquietude that resonated through the earth like a death knell. Unlike the familiar groans of volcanic activity, this held a chilling dissonance, a vibration that scraped against Kong's primal instincts. It pulsed with a sickly sweetness, a perverse echo of decay that sent shivers down his massive form. Driven by an ancient fear, Kong ventured deeper into Skull Island, following the tremors like a macabre compass. The vibrant tapestry of life began to unravel, replaced by a grotesque parody. Lush foliage contorted into writhing, cancerous growth that pulsed with an unnatural green light. The earth itself crackled with an unnatural energy, heavy with the stench of rot and a far more insidious evil. He found the source atop a dormant volcano, a sight that defied logic and curdled his blood. Skar King was a formidable foe, stood silhouetted against the sickly green glow that emanated from the volcano's caldera. Yet, this wasn't the proud warrior Kong remembered. This Skar King was a grotesque caricature. His once proud form was emaciated and shrouded in a tattered cloak of obsidian, his eyes burning with an unnatural yellow light. But the true horror lay beneath the cloak. Tendrils of the green light writhed from the volcano's depth, burrowing into Skar King's flesh and twisting his form. Each tendril pulsed, not just with energy, but with the whispers of 1,000 tormented souls. And the true horror wasn't Skar King himself. It was an entity within the volcano. A colossal, amorphous being pulsed beneath the surface, its form shifting and coalescing into monstrous visages that mocked Kong with visions of his greatest fears. Its voice, a chorus of tormented screams and hollow promises, echoed through the very fabric of reality, offering power beyond measure in exchange for his obedience. The battle commenced, a symphony of terror and unimaginable pain. Skar King, a mere puppet fueled by the entity's rage, moved with unnatural speed and ferocity, his obsidian-clad fists unleashing blows that could shatter mountains. Kong countered with the raw power of his own fury, his mighty fists pounding the volcanic rock, his roar shaking the very foundations of the mountain. But with each clash, the entity grew stronger, the green light intensifying. The whispers in Kong's mind became a torrent, painting terrifying visions, a Kong clad in obsidian, his eyes glowing yellow, rolling over a desolate Skull Island devoid of life, a king feasting on the corrupted souls of his fallen kin. As the fight raged, the volcano began to rumble, threatening to erupt. The entity's unseen tendrils lashed out, seeking to pierce Kong's thick hide and claim him as well. Despair threatened to engulf him. His eyes' reflection in the swirling green mist, a distorted caricature, his own eyes flickering with a hint of yellow, a chilling echo of Skar King. But then a memory flickered, the playful sparring with his skin, the comforting scent of fresh rain on the jungle floor, the echoing thrum of life throughout Skull Island. A spark of defiance ignited within him, a flicker of life against the encroaching darkness. With a roar that shook the very heavens, Kong channeled his primal energy. But it wasn't just brute force, it was the life force of Skull Island itself, the roar of waterfalls, the rustling leaves, the chattering of unseen creatures, a symphony of defiance against the corruption. It pulsed with a blinding white light, a stark counterpoint to the entity's sickly green. The entity shrieked, a sound that ripped through the very fabric of reality. The green light flared in a blinding flash, then receded, revealing Skar King, a withered husk, lifeless on the volcanic peak. The tremor subsided, replaced by an eerie silence, but the volcano remained, pulsating faintly with a sickly green, a chilling reminder of the entity's hold. Kong stood panting, his massive form battered and bruised. The battle had pushed him to his very limits. He knew this wasn't over. Though weakened, the entity still pulsed within the volcano, a festering wound on the heart of Skull Island. As the first rays of dawn painted the sky, Kong let out a defiant roar, a challenge to the unseen enemy. He was the Skar King, forever marked by the battle. But unlike before, Kong wasn't alone. The tremors had stirred the slumbering skull crawlers. From the deepest jungles, colossal reptilian forms emerged, sensing the fading presence of the entity and the weakened state of their ancient foe. As the sun rose, casting long shadows across the ravaged landscape, Kong stood tall at the volcano's peak, a wounded king amidst a gathering storm. This wasn't just his fight anymore, it was a battle for the very soul of Skull Island, and Kong, Skar both will lead the charge. The fight against the entity had just begun. Thanks to the viewers who took the time to watch this video. So if you enjoyed today's terrible story, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and write your comments. And I leave you to the great God until Monday.